Let me also go to Major Mohommed Ali Shah at this point. Major Mohommed Ali Shah, there are further cases also against Yasin Malik. Are you hopeful that there will perhaps be stringent punishment given in those cases too? There are those who are wanting, of course, the death penalty for Yasin Malik as well. There are some who say that perhaps in a terror financing case that was not looking likely in any case yesterday, but there are further serious cases against him. In those cases, perhaps also there could be stringent punishment given out, maybe even the death penalty. Major Shah.
Yes, Uday, I am hopeful that in the further cases that are yet to be opened right now and yet to be heard, there would be a stringent punishment, and I would have been happier had there been a death sentence announced for a criminal, a dreaded terrorist like him. There is no excuse, there is no leniency in treason. Treason, Ghadari. You go against the country, death is what you face, nothing less. He still got away very cheaply, I would say. The UAPA charges, all the charges against him, all of them, right now, whatever he was tried for, is still a chiller, a change. It's nothing compared to the crime, the heinous crimes that he committed. There's a film, a Kashmiri film called Moji. Moji means a mother in Kashmir. And it's yet to be released, a festival film. And in that, they have depicted Yasin Malik with thorough research about the atrocities that he's committed. So there is, and people like Brian Vani, I mean, they got inspired by him. Uday, in September 2014, there were these Kashmiri floods. And my colleagues from the army, they risked their lives and they rescued a family from Kashmir. After rescuing this family, they got to know this family, because in the army we do not really see the religion, caste, creed. We do our duty, we do our job. And when they rescued this family, they realized that this family was of Ahmad Shah Gilani, the Kashmiri separatist, who died last year, and incidentally his body was wrapped in the Pakistani national flag. What a disgrace, what a shame. And these are the people who bring disgrace to the entire Kashmir as a whole. Yesterday I was on this panel on your channel only with Megha in the evening, and there was this girl called Yana Mir from Kashmir. And she was saying in Kashmir there's celebration happening. No one is mourning for his loss. They're saying, why is it that we only focus on Lal Chowk and a few other areas? In her area they were having a pizza party and they were celebrating the verdict. But yes, they were hopeful and they wished that it was nothing less than a death sentence. As Raina Sahab rightly said, I mean, it was a revolution for me. Going to London and giving interviews that he's killed 4 Air Force guys, Air Force officers, 1 judge, and living a luxurious life full of wealth, comforts. Whereas this really shows exploitation. The foot soldiers, the militants who they recruit, who they brainwash and they train, and they show them all hogwash dreams of God knows what all. I mean, it's really ridiculous to see that. Perverse, I would say. They are the ones, the foot soldiers are fighting on the ground, and these are the people who are enjoying in 5 stars, traveling to different countries and being made much of. Why? What for? Terrorists have only one punishment over there. And they should be exemplary punishment, because why is it that in Gulf countries the rules, the laws are very stringent and the crimes over there are very less? For this reason only. You make an example so that nobody else thereafter does it. By just executing one person, we have to kill the ideology. And by killing the ideology, we have to, how do we kill the ideology? By putting the fear of God into everyone, into them. That listen, you will not get away lightly if you indulge in these kind of nefarious activities, these kind of criminal activities. A proper example, once it's made, and no leniency should be shown to them. And I suppose because he had said that, he will not contest, he will not beg for mercy, he will take the law, take its own course. So maybe that's why they might have, as per law, the judiciary knows best. And we all have faith in judiciary. The judiciary must have been having their own reasons, all right, for giving them a death sentence or a life imprisonment. But I personally, like many other countrymen of mine, would have been happier had he got a death sentence today.
Mohommed Ali Shah, come in here, of course, on on the fact here that there are still many out there who have still not got the required punishment. Are you hopeful that after this conviction, the law will finally catch up with the others too? There are those who are saying that there were people in cahoots who were blocking this punishment. Now that the wheels of justice have started turning, do you believe it will catch up with the many others as well?
Yes, Uday, I do believe that, and I believe there hai durust hai. I mean, okay, it was a judgment which was long pending. It took 32 years, all right. But then ultimately it came, and I feel, but I strongly believe, Uday, punishments and recognition, rewards and recognition should be given instantly. You delay it. It's like, for example, if you take my name on national television wrongly, if you don't say Major Mohommed Ali Shah, you take me by some other name and you ask me to, and if I don't correct you that time itself, and I correct you later on, so it's like, though you would not do that. I'm just giving a small analogy to it. I'm giving a small example for everyone to understand. It loses its effect. So somewhere I believe, and if you do good work, if your management commends you for that, on the spot, then and there, it has its effect. Rather than commending you for a good job later on, or if you do something wrong, punishing you, even a child for that matter, when we are children, when we are punished by our parents or our teachers, it has to be done instantly. Punishing a child for what he did yesterday, it loses its effect somewhere. So yes, the main thing is this whole idea of terrorism, this whole idea of wrongly using the term jihad by these extremists, by these terrorists, by these militants, by these, many of them, in fact, separatists give rise to terrorism, to militancy thereafter. Militancy to like pawn hai na? They're just foot soldiers. They will do what the separatists are doing. And that gives a bad name. Today we talk about Islamophobia over there. Where does Islamophobia actually originate from? Today, the Prime Minister of Pakistan and the ex-Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif and Imran Khan, are both on the same page. Shahid Afridi today, I mean, these people are speaking for Yasin Malik. And this shows the kind of rot, the kind of filth, the kind of support that one generates. I mean, for people like Yasin Malik, till today, I have failed to understand the logic behind trying Ajmal Kasab for so many years, income tax money, feeding him and keeping him alive, and then finally, after over a decade, executing him. One should have done it that time itself. There was proof, there was evidence. We all saw it on the video camera. What more does we want? And I don't understand what was the appeal from their side that they did not plead guilty. Yasin Malik at least did not do that. He said, okay, I will not plead for any mercy. I will accept whatever judgment comes. And I think the judgment should be nothing less than death sentence for anyone, irrespective who does treason. These are anti-national sentiments working in the interest against the nation. This just thali mein khate ho, usi thali mein ched kar rahe ho. That is unacceptable completely. I mean, no one will ever accept it, ever. I mean, it is really, I feel, in fact, coming back to your question over there, do you think it will open up the new Pandora books, and do you think that other judgment will come out and the justice will be delivered? Yes. I feel the ball has started rolling and the cases have started opening, and yes, justice would be delivered very, very soon over there.
Okay, we've run completely out of time, so I'm going to have to thank our panelists at this point for being with us.